Hey, what's up guys, John here. Property taxes are soaring across the nation.
Homeowners nationwide facing an unpleasant surprise in their property taxes spiking.
They're faced with a 440% increase in property taxes.
Property taxes climbed well above 100%, and now she's been priced out of her home.
If you type in property tax increases in Google, over the last 24 hours, you will see page after page after page of every city, county, jurisdiction, and state looking to push forward property tax increases. I'm not talking about 1 or 2 or 3%. Some of these are 15, 20% increases in property taxes. It doesn't matter if you're in Ohio or Texas. It is happening everywhere. What I believe is happening though, the real shocker, is that they are intentionally taxing these properties at valuations that are simply not true. Look at this, for example, here in San Francisco. This property, they said the valuation, the taxable valuation is $1.535 million. This just sold for $839,000. So basically, they're taxing it at 2 times its true value. Now, is this a one-off situation, or is this the normal? Well, when you look at Fed data, this is from the Federal Reserve, you look at what they are saying are really happening. They're saying that properties have fallen since Q4 2022, right, from where we are today. They said we've fallen, about $30,000 as an average across the nation. But yet, the tax assessor is saying that everything is booming. Every mainstream media outlet saying home prices are at record highs, the economy is so strong. If that's true, why is there a moratorium right now on foreclosures for FHA? If you put 3.5% down, purchase property, you have an FHA loan, they will reduce your payments so they don't have to register a foreclosure. They don't have to register a notice of default. Why are they doing the same thing for VA home loans? Why are they bringing forward all these protections so they don't have to register these foreclosures? Well, maybe because if they do, people will start looking at the economy, the housing market a little bit differently. They're going to start to really understand what's happening with property taxes. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you not only what's happening with property tax increases, but what's going to happen at the end of this entire situation, because we're walking into something major here. Please hit the like button, YouTube will share this content, educate more people about what's going on in the U.S. economy and housing market. If you'd like to fix your credit to position yourself what I believe is going to be the greatest wealth transfer in American history, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, or any negative or derogatory item on your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. Click the link in the description just below this video. Schedule a free call for tomorrow and check our reviews on Trustpilot. Take a look at this. So this is Fed data. They're saying Q4, 442,000, right? Now they're saying Q4 2024, it's 412,000. So you're talking about $30,000 worth of value erased. But if you factor in, let's say, for example, you bought at this period, right? You bought a property at Q2 or Q4 of 2022, and you put 6% down, right? Or 3.5% down. Let's say you took out an FHA loan, for example. So you put 3.5% down. And the cost of sale, whether it be a realtor, transfer taxes, closing costs, all these things, probably 8%. Some places are even 10%. So if you're already down 30 grand, and there's 10% value, and you bought for 442,000, so you're already down another 40. You throw the numbers in, you'd be down 70 grand, right? And so how many people have the money? Not many. Not many people that have FHA. They don't want to see these borrowers walk away, because if they walk away, it's a big problem for these banks. It's a big problem for property tax revenue. It's a big problem across the board, right? But it's just shocking to me how they say U.S. home prices just hit a record high in June. Home prices just hit a record high, NPR, right? Rhode Island home prices hit a record high in July. Everything is booming. Everything is great, right? U.S. home prices just smashed another record in June. How is that possible? Even right here, they're saying HUD announces FHA loan payment supplement loss. The maximum is less than 25% principal payments for 36 months reduction. So they'll reduce your payments for by 25% for the next 3 years, right? VA home loan through December 31st, 2024, they're saying, look, there's a foreclosure moratorium, right? There's a moratorium on these foreclosures. Now they need these property valuations to soar. It's good for the stock market. It's good for consumer confidence. People think that they are worth a lot more money than they really are, because of, if they look out at the, they look out at the numbers and they're like, hey, look, I'm rich. House is worth 700 grand. I got this big stock, portfolio. I'm doing really, really well here. A lot of people need that satisfaction, believing that everything is great. Now, I'm not saying things are horrible, but I'm saying things are not what they seem. Now, when you see here, it says they need it to fund schools, police, fire departments, road construction, repair, libraries, water, sewage departments, and local services that benefit the community, right? So look at this. Just came out that they are looking, it says, and basically lawmakers in Austin granted an exemption on non-voter approved tax hikes above 3.5% to counties which have experienced a recent disaster like Hurricane Beryl. And they're saying that they want to, look, they want an 8% increase in your taxes, which is $268 million more dollars than we had this year. So they said, look, there's a disaster. We need to tax you $268 million, right? Came out a couple days ago. Then you look West Palm Beach. West Palm Beach came out yesterday. And West Palm Beach will keep property tax rates steady, but soaring home values mean higher bills, right? They're pushing these bills up. Ohioans turned to State House for property tax relief. This is 2 days ago. Ohioans are asking lawmakers in the State House to bring them some relief on property taxes. Somebody's got to step up. Somebody's got to be concerned about these seniors, about the disabled, about these people losing their homes. It's an absolute disaster. Even they're saying, they're blaming it, they're saying Republicans raise your property taxes, right? The governor of Montana's legislature raised your home taxes in the fastest rate in history. Every single, look at this. 3 days ago, right? 2 days ago, 17 hours ago. Rochester, 8 hours ago, 3 days ago. It's Cuyahoga County, that's Cleveland, right? Madison, decide on property tax increases. This is 10 pages. Let's just put in the past week. Look at this, the past 24 hours, and this is Sunday. So there's 6 pages on a Sunday, right? 6 pages on a Sunday. The past week, it's just shocking. They approved 17% tax increase, right? Like, how are people going to really hold on? It's a real question. How are people that are on a budget going to be able to pay for these increased utility bills, increased food costs, increased property insurance, car insurance? Everything is going up, but yet real wages are falling, right? I don't think people are going to be able to hold on. Look at this, for example. And this is why I think they're going to continue pushing and kicking the can down the road on single-family home valuations. 345,000 square foot tower in Baltimore just sold for $4 million, $12 a foot, right? Now, some people might say, hey, look, John, that's Baltimore. And people don't want to be in Baltimore. A lot of businesses don't want to be in Baltimore. Look at this one. This property here, another one, Baltimore, 3.1 million, $12 a foot, another property, right? This one here, $370 million loan tied to a 1.2 million square foot property in Chicago, right? They're looking to move to special servicing. All these different locations are this one here, Montgomery Park, Portland, most prominent office building, just sold for $33 million or $43 a foot, right? If they say that single-family home values are crashing and office buildings crashing, where's the tax revenue coming, right? Where's it going to go? Look at this. So they say that U.S. homeowners paid more than $4,000 in property taxes on average just last year. Home valuations are up 7% to $363 billion. That's how much people are being taxed annually right now. It's a real problem on top of an insurance crisis that's happening too. So these homeowners are getting punched left, right, and center. Here in Utah, for example, just yesterday, a major storm, major flood, like insane amounts of damage happening there. And look, San Francisco, insurance crisis is worsening. Here's what homeowners say insurers are demanding. As new homeowners, insurance companies come to Florida Citizens Bank on steep rate hike proposals. Daytona Beach, U.S. manufacturing hit. Homeowners insurance rose 21% last year, right? They're saying climate. So you start to look at this. Look, California homeowner insurance premiums by average of 34% from Allstate. It's an absolute disaster that we're walking into the labor market and with inflation, with the cost of living. And I believe we're going to see some really, really crazy things unfold in real estate. What I would not be shocked to see is what they discussed with Freddie Mae and Freddie Mac, or Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and Ginnie Mae, who they're discussing bringing forward a $3 trillion home equity line of credit for homeowners based on these valuations. So people are going to be in really, really big big problems right now, and they're going to need money. And so what are they going to do? They're going to sell their home and go where? Right? There's no buyers. Home valuations or home sales are at the lowest level since 1995. And so you start to ask yourself, they're going to need loans, right? How are they going to make it? So they get these loans, they're going to have a hard time paying them back as insurance and taxes and food costs, everything continues to go up. What are they going to do, right? They're going to look and say, look, I got $700,000 worth of loans on this property. I can't afford to pay it. I need to walk away, right? And when you talk about $3 trillion worth of these loans going out, it's a big issue. My advice right now is if you're on the sidelines, you're a home buyer, you want to buy, make sure you're buying something value add, meaning you're buying it far below true value. You could fix it up, and hopefully you get taxed on this lower valuation. You could fix it up, and you could kind of grow into it. Keep your expenses as low as possible on your house. Try to weather the storm, because I don't think a lot of people are going to be able to. And if you have strong income, you have good credit, you have cash in the bank, you're going to be able to pivot and move a lot easier than somebody else. It's like some people and some business owners right now being hit in all these big cities, it's kind of like pivoting a Titanic. It's very, very difficult. But if you have a little rowboat and you're pivoting, it's not that challenging, right? We're walking into something pretty concerning here. And to me, it just doesn't make any sense. When you look at the data, and they're saying that home prices are falling and home valuations are all-time highs, it doesn't make any sense. When they're taxing properties, and not just San Francisco, this is happening all over the country. A lot of people get their valuations from Zillow. They go on Zillow, they say, look, my home's worth $700,000. I only owe $300,000 on it. I have $400,000 in equity. I'm set, right? But if we were in a real market where there weren't the moratoriums and we were actually looking at real data and real numbers, I think we'd be the everyday consumer would be looking at things a little differently. They'd be looking at spending differently. They would be looking at investing differently. Their retirement, they'd be looking at their future differently. But because everything looks propped up and everything looks strong, people think, hey, look, this is going to last forever. I mean, I personally think the next 6 months, the next year, probably going to see some pretty crazy things in America. And the property taxes, people's homes, their ability to provide for themselves and keep a roof over their head is going to be a big question mark for millions and millions of people. What do you think about this entire situation? Let's have a conversation about this below. Do you think that these properties across America, the 100 million plus houses and single family dwellings and condos and townhouses, they're priced accurately based on the true state of the world? I mean, how are homes in 2007 priced at $225,000, $230,000 before the great crash, and now they're priced twice that amount? They're priced nearly 2 times that amount, but yet real wages have softened. Property taxes, insurance have skyrocketed. Car insurance, everything has skyrocketed. But now we're in the best economy of all time, right? But we're quietly, bringing forward moratoriums on foreclosures, and you have auto loan defaults at all-time highs, credit card defaults, all-time highs. 40% of American consumers are behind on at least one bill. 20 million Americans behind on their utility bills, right? Which one is it? Let's have a conversation about this below. I think we're walking into a massive, massive opportunity to build tremendous wealth for those that are, making really smart decisions today. If you'd like to fix your credit, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, or any derogatory or negative items in your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com, click the link in the description just below this video, schedule a call for tomorrow, and check out reviews on Trustpilot. Catch you next video.